Kenny Boyd keeps growing under head coach Mo Fritz, and Mo, now in your third year with the school, last season brought the first playoff series victory for this program's history. Like you've said, that team a year ago set the tradition that you hope to build from going forward. Just a few games in this season, what do you hope this team can do?
Continue that. Continue the strength and tradition of winning. The confidence, the power, become a powerhouse in this area for Boyd, and definitely just keep growing. We learn every time we get out on that field, and this weekend showed it as well. Some learning things, working on it in practice today, so definitely just growing and becoming stronger each time.
And district play starts this week, but before we look forward, got to look back at a couple of tournaments you went through last weekend, a couple of weeks ago, Birdville, then Allen this past weekend, where you went 3-1-1. How do you sum up your play overall to this point?
Consistency. Within the last week, playing Mansfield and then going into the tournament, consistency, and that's huge. That's just huge for any coach to see in their program. Prior to that, just up and down a little bit, but now seeing consistency, and it's definitely a bright future for us this year.
No question, and some evidence of that in the Allen tournament. You faced off against last year's Class 4A state runner-up in Forney, played the Jackrabbits to a 1-1 tie. What did you take from that game specifically, going neck and neck with another powerhouse team?
That, I think, was the best game out of the tournament that we played. Just competitive. I thought they were really good hitters. We defensively made some awesome plays. Offensively, we did the same thing. I thought Maddie called a great game, keeping them off balance in the box, and Aaron did a great job on the mound. So I just think from that, just carrying over from that, but again, that consistency, and they did it throughout the whole 7 innings. So just finishing up. I mean, we went into the 7th inning 1-0 up on them, and so just finishing strong, completing it out with 3 innings. So I think that was an exciting game for fans to see.
You brought up Maddie's name, Maddie Von Hagel, last year's District 10 5A Newcomer of the Year at catcher as a freshman, now as a sophomore. What do you like about her development?
Her leadership. I enjoy her leadership and her knowledge and passion for the game. Just her knowledge and wanting to learn and getting better each time, pushing her pitchers to be better as well, expecting a lot out of her teammates and making the calls. So.
The foundation of this team really is sophomores, a lot of freshmen as well, much like last year when you had that influx of freshmen and like Maddie and even Jill Nicholas, all district a year ago, much like Maddie. She was a third baseman a year ago. Now she's your shortstop. What do you like about Jill?
Jill, again, leadership. She makes some awesome, amazing plays, but definitely just that strength and leadership from them, and that's, like you said, those 5 freshmen that came in are sophomores this year. They know the program. They know what is expected. Their heights and the expectations for the team are set, and they're, the 6 freshmen that came in this year, I mean, same thing. They're trying to carry them and build them and help train them to be wanting the same exact things that they want. So definitely a little young this year, but doesn't matter. I mean, everyone is playing strong and tough and competing for spots and positions, and it's fun.
And Mo, of those 6 freshmen that came in this year, you're using 3 of them in the circle. You've had Sam Stockford there, their first 2 years at the helm. Now you're using freshmen there. What do you see there as they try to work their way at the varsity level?
Well, definitely a lot of talent. I have Aaron Riding, Carly Nicholas, and also Riley Wagner. All of them can step in that mound and play just any game that we choose to throw them in. And I like that. I like how they can step in and are willing to take on the challenge and compete. And they do it, and they've done it. So it's exciting to see that all 3 freshmen are able and capable of doing it.
It is a unique situation for Sam Stockford because now as a senior, you're trying to find a role for her. She still is a valuable piece to your team, even as a senior, leadership and all of that. How is she taking this?
Definitely she's valuable to the team. She's, a hitter for us, and she's been hitting in the 4-hole. So that's an expectation for me, that she's always going to be that great hitter for us. Seeing a little bit of time at first, little time at third, but not going to see a whole lot of time on the mound this year, but hopefully just find some consistency at first and or third. But, you know, I have McKenna Henry, my third baseman this year, as a freshman, and exciting to watch defensively and offensively. So it's for Sam, yeah, the leadership, the background and the tradition, and carrying that on, and being a part, even if it is at the bat.
You've been to the mountaintop at Keller before you came here at McKinney-Boyd. Where is this program relative to where you see it going, where you want it to be? And I'm sure it kind of comes down to what we've talked about, the influx of talent, the sophomores, the freshmen that you have in your program now.
That's definitely it. I mean, just continuously, I mean, we don't have a program where our JV feeds us. It doesn't happen here. I mean, it definitely is our freshmen that feed us. And so as long as we have talent and select players that are coming in and are competitive, the program will continue to grow. And it'll eventually get to the point where it can be a Keller, you know, dominating, strong, powerhouse team. But you definitely have to keep that talent coming in, too, and wanting to play softball.
District play underway this week, Tuesday against Lakeview Centennial. Kind of jarring all of a sudden, hey, here are the games that count.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you see from your team as they meet that matchup head on?
Well, I think my kids are excited. Definitely playing the Forneys and the Plano West make us better. Our district is weak. Only a couple teams in there that are strong that can really challenge us. So we definitely need to play at our level and consistent, because sometimes teams tend to play down to a team that's not as talented or as strong. So that's our goal, is to stay and play at our level and take from it what we can. Work certain situations, or work offensively, maybe some first and thirds differently. Just something to challenge ourselves. Lakeview, I'm not sure it's going to be such a big challenge, but still going into it as though it is a challenge, and maybe bring a little something out of it.
And you certainly hope it prepares you for the teams, like you say, that are at the top of the district, Rowlett, Garland, you know, the teams that you will have to beat if you want to win that first district title for this program.
Correct. And our goal as a team is to do that. And I see it this year. I see it in my kids. I hear it in their voices. I see it when they play. Definitely this weekend has helped, seeing that consistency. And both those teams were out there this weekend. And I didn't see a whole lot from them. I don't know, they might have just had a bad weekend, but I definitely see us being the powerhouse in this district this year.
Well, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Mo Fritz, head coach of McKinney-Boyd. They just keep on climbing. District play starts this week, and then a brief interruption later in the week, the 18th annual McKinney ISD tournament, before district play resumes right after that.